Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss Abyssae 33 by l'artisan parfumeur. Abyssae 33 by l'artisan parfumeur is a creation by Daphne Bugey. She's the main, I believe, nose behind many fragrances in that specific line for l'artisan parfumeur, and Abyssae is trying to kind of like mimic or give you the experience of what it will be like if Jules Verne will dive into the perfume world and let you know what it smells like down there in the depths of the oceans. And that's also kind of like the marketing that you see with this kind of like specific perfume from l'artisan parfumeur. And l'artisan parfumeur is kind of like, I guess for me, the counterpart or the competitor to diptyque. They have their own kind of like way and character, but I think that if I'll put them with a competitor, it will be probably diptyque because of the style and the airiness of most of their fragrances and this kind of like lightness of their fragrances. And nonetheless, Abyssae is a beautiful, triumphant rose perfume, and this is not a wet rose, it's not a jammy rose, it's a very aromatic rose, and it's a very beautiful contrast between rose and eucalyptus. And the eucalyptus is what really makes this whole composition. This is eucalyptus is very camphorous. It's very astringent. It's very refreshing. It gives you kind of like a cold burn in your mouth if any of you are kind of like chewing bubble gum or chewing gum that has eucalyptus in it, like airwaves. Eucalyptus has something very mysterious, very calming, very medicinal. But with the rose, it almost feels like it is a rose that is not kind of like left to rotten on some, I don't know, bush by the sea, but it's a rose that was really frozen in the cold of the deep. A rose that light doesn't really get much to, and around there's like beautiful or mysterious or horrid kind of like looking creatures in the bottom of the sea. And it really creates an experience of a very cold, comfortous perfume, very mysterious because of the eucalyptus, and rose, of course, being one of the most beautiful smelling flowers in the world that, you know, who didn't use rose, like in all ancient cultures, and their benefits of rose water. And rose is so noble, and at the same time eucalyptus can look very green and then very arid when it dries. Usually you find it in many places that just have sand under them, or in kind of like places that don't look so great, and it's very hot. So there is kind of like a game here between almost like a herbaceous rose, or kind of like a rose that is infused through ice with the eucalyptus that kind of like pushing it in the air and giving you a sensation as if you really went on a skinny dipping at night when the water is so cold. And Abyssae reminds me also sometimes of the Hinoki body line of La Lebo. And there's another perfume in this series that reminds me of that, and I think it's Tenebrae from the same line. They have kind of like similarities, both of them, Abyssae and Tenebrae, where Tenebrae maybe is more similar to the Hinoki line from La Lebo. And Abyssae is just a triumphant kind of like blend between not so many notes. We have here eucalyptus, and we have rose, and we have Kashmirian, I believe, and maybe a little bit of musk. But the composition is so well done with the levels and decibels of the whole thing that it just smells so good and so captivating and so aromatic. So some of you might feel like it's a spa-like perfume, and others might feel maybe it's kind of like an incense-y or churchy kind of thing, even though it's not really supported by any resins. But what it does make is like, as if suddenly you got like a refreshing but cold, kind of like chill of wind, you know, on your face. And it's just very calming and very sophisticated and very aromatic and yet very beautiful and elegant and mysterious. And I don't know what about you, I like to smell like unfound creatures at the bottom of the ocean and think that I have, you know, maybe weird colors at night and tentacles and whatever. So if that's your game, you should definitely go and smell it and have a very beautiful experience now that, you know, everything is cooling down and we're before Christmas and, you know, we have this windy kind of thing. You need something which works well with the cold, but also captivating and somewhat still refreshing, even though it's cold. So Abyssae is definitely for you. It's a beautiful, beautiful blended fragrance by Daphne Bugey, and she did great, great work. This was my review of Abyssae from L'Artisan Parfumeur. If you like this review, please subscribe and press the like button and the bell so you can get notified for further videos. I will see you very soon. Bye!